Yo, welcome back to SunnySpeaks. Here again with another review for you, and you. And today I'm here to talk about Wicked, directed by John M. Chu, and starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Michelle Yeoh, and Jeff Goldblum. Not a big musical fan, never really have been. All I really wanted from this movie was better music than Joker 2, and hopefully a better story. And I can gladly say that I got both of those things from this movie, and I'm very appreciative of it. The story of Wicked was really easy to connect to for me because of Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba and the Wicked Witch, and Ariana Grande as Galinda. Not only their connection together, which is shown throughout trailers, but also their quirks, habits, insecurities, and strengths that show out throughout both of their performances. Cynthia Erivo, especially for a green woman on screen who rides a flying broom, not only did her performance feel lived in, but the moments of her, I guess, kind of becoming an anti-hero in the context of her world feel earned throughout. I really appreciate just the emotions that she brings to the performance, the reality that you kind of feel with her. And even though everybody's just breaking out into song, and Elphaba, Cynthia Erivo is, no exception to that, I felt the feeling within the words that she was saying in her musical numbers and really appreciated it. Ariana Grande on the big screen as Galinda was a pleasure to watch throughout. I forgot how much I liked seeing her act. Like when I was watching her when she was on Victorious when I was a kid. She is great playing not only a rival and friend to our lead, but also the comedic relief throughout the film. So many things she did in this film made me feel like I couldn't help but laugh, and it all felt intentional. I would love to see her take on a more serious role in the future because I think her expressions are incredible and could really work in a more grounded film as well. A lot of times the funny one in the group is the sad one, so check on your friends. But I really thought that it was cool how she was playing like this movie has a very like Mean Girls type feel to it. And I don't know if the play does as well, but I really thought it was cool how she played Elphaba's best friend and also played her bully in a way, but she was also like a ditz and very comedic, very funny, very oblivious and naive in ways. And I don't know, she did a really great job. Whether Elphaba and Galinda are at odds or as thick as thieves, their chemistry throughout is very easy to connect to and hard to look away from. On to the songs. The songs in this movie are great, not only with vocal performances, but with the set design and choreography and the CG throughout. There's so many animals talking and walking around and dancing, and I loved so much of that. It was very easy to lose myself in the world because of how high quality everything is. The opening dance number for this movie I thought was really, really cool. The movie, it understands its tone, and I think that's something that's very important when you're making a movie, and I think the play probably definitely helped with that and just like refining that over time on the stage and now just moving that over to a film adaptation. But I really appreciated that the tone was always the tone. It was always over the top, but it had a real message inside of what it's saying, and I think everybody did a great job of understanding the assignment and doing that to their best ability. The only thing I will say about the singing is that anytime Ariana Grande hit her high notes, I never knew what she was saying. I didn't know one word that she was saying when she hit those notes, but still was really great. Still was really good to listen to, but just had no idea what the words were, and that might just be on me. The cinematography throughout this film is also really great. The colors that they use and blend, all the sweeping shots, and again, creative dance numbers going with the songs, or just well-written dialogue, made the movie easy to lose yourself into. I am not a big Wizard of Oz fan at all. I've never cared that much about the story of The Wizard of Oz. I have seen the original maybe once when I was a lot younger, but this was the first movie where I really was like, oh, this is a very interesting world. My favorite part of this movie was the world building. I really like what the wizard represents in these stories. He is the unattainable hand that feeds you lies with sprinkles of truth. He represents the system, whatever system you connect that term to. And the Wicked Witch is the public or the loud minority using their power for good. But the system will do anything to protect the status quo for personal gain. So they will flip the narrative, make the good guys the bad guys, and tell the public to rush with pitchforks. What really helped me understand that was Jeff Goldblum's performance as the Wizard of Oz. He plays it with a grandeur and showmanship that is really easy to understand why people gravitate towards this man. There's a childlike innocence to what he's doing. And then when the script is flipped, you then see the sinister naivety to what he does and how he lives his life. Jeff Goldblum doesn't show up until the third act of this movie, but his presence is felt throughout, and you really feel it as soon as he comes from beyond the curtain. And I'm just a big Jeff Goldblum fan in general. I think that the idiosyncrasies that he brings to his roles, the weird mannerisms that he just has in life that he constantly brings into every single performance he ever does, I just think that like him and Nicolas Cage are two of the most interesting actors to me because they do the same thing throughout, and yet we all love them. Also Samuel L. Jackson too. He's in that realm as well. It's just like an actor who just does what he wants to do, and we all just love them for it. Michelle Yeoh is also really good in this film too. She plays Elphaba's teacher and mentor when they get to Shiz University, which I am gonna say that is one of the only things that I could not take seriously in this movie was Shiz University. I don't know why it's called that. There's definitely probably a reason for it, but I just thought that was so ridiculous. And every time they said that, I had to hold back from laughing, or sometimes I didn't hold back. But Michelle Yeoh is great in this movie. She doesn't really do a lot, in my opinion, but I really enjoy what she does in this movie. She is a light while also a dark character, but also has very good comedic timing as well. Michelle Yeoh's character and Ariana Grande as Glinda, they both do really interesting jobs like playing off of each other, because Glinda is a teacher's pet and Michelle Yeoh's character she wants nothing to do with her. And so like that dynamic breeds for some pretty entertaining and funny scenes. The film starts with the title card Wicked in the 1930s font similar to the original film, and then in the bottom right corner it says Part 1. Instantly in my head I was like, here we go again, another series milked until it's nothing but dust and blood. We've seen so many properties that are reborn and reborn and reborn until we just want it to die. But by the end of the movie, they earned my ticket again, and I genuinely want to see where Elphaba's story goes from here and how it ends. I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I expected to, and that seems like how a lot of people are talking about it. And this movie is a lot bigger than I expected it to be. I'm not familiar with Wicked that much. I just know that it's a very iconic play and has done a lot for Broadway and just play rights and actors and actresses. But for a person who's seeing Wicked for the first time in this way, I thought they did an incredible job. I really enjoyed the movie throughout, and I'm really excited to see what part 2 will be. And again, I'm not a big musical person, so it's not going to be a 5 out of 5 Sunny certified movie. My rating will be a partly Sunny, because even though I'm not a musical person, and so I think I would have enjoyed this movie even more so if they weren't singing all the time. I do think that there is legitimately nothing that I can say is wrong about this movie. I can't think of like a bad part or even like a significant plot hole that really brings the whole thing down. So yeah, this has been my review of Wicked. Let me know what you thought of it. If you've seen it or if you are going to go see it, let me know what you think after in the comments down below. Like and subscribe and share with your friends. And thank you for being here. And I will be back again. Peace.